Loaded lateral hip hinge. You're essentially doing a deadlift, but we're giving a little more focus to the pelvis than what we do in a traditional or a stagger stance deadlift. You need to make sure that you are really centered over your midfoot for this one. If you are leaning way back in your heel or you're leaning way forward in your toe, you're not going to feel this in your glutes like you should, and you'll either feel it all quad or you'll feel it in your low back, neither of which is where you should feel this. Okay, so how to get set up for this. You need to make sure that your feet are a little bit wider than hip width distance apart. If I want to load my left hip, I'm going to go ahead and shift my weight over to my left side. Okay, so that's step one. Shift your weight over to the side that you're getting ready to work. Now, from here, we need to make sure that you are going into a hinge, okay? I'm not gonna go through all the specifics of a hinge, but this is not a squat, okay? Your hips have got to go back while you're loaded over that midfoot. Now, the thing that gives this a little extra special, like juice, magic, whatever, is that what you're gonna do is we're going to let the other side of our pelvis just come forward ever so slightly, okay? So this ASIS, this hip bone right here, as you are hinging out or forward, I want you to kind of let this side of your pelvis just come forward a little bit. When you do that, it is going to open up this side a lot. You're gonna feel a big difference versus when you just keep your hip bones even. There's nothing wrong with keeping the hip bones even. I'm just biasing so that you can get into the back of this butt cheek a lot more, okay? So this is what you do. Both hands on the hip bones. Weight over the foot you're getting ready to use, okay? This is the leg that is hinging. This is my left leg. It is hinging. My right hip is going to come ever so slightly forward. When I do that, I'll be able to feel my left hip bone come back in space some. That doesn't mean that my whole body comes back in space. I still have my weight over my midfoot, okay? It was just my hip bone, that part of my pelvis, that came back in space a little bit. And from here, I would hinge down, keeping this hip bone back and this one coming forward just slightly. The back of your ass should feel like fire. It really should, because it is stretching and lengthening all of those deep hip external rotators. Now, you can use weight or not use weight here. It's totally up to you. If you use weight, it's going to be in the opposite hand of the leg that you're hinging, and you want to think about that wrist, knee, big toe, nose, sternum, all in one line, okay? So if I'm holding my weight, it's right over that big toe. So nose, sternum, wrist, knee, toe, all in one line. And then I would stand back up, let that right hip come forward, hinge, weight over the midfoot, and stand back up. All right, if your ass isn't on fire, you're doing it wrong. I don't know how else to say it. All right, that's how you do it.